You're marching. What do you want to happen?
We want to show that pro-European movement is still here, we're still active, we're still growing, we're organised, we are pushing for stronger connections with Europe, particularly over Erasmus, Horizon Science Programme. 50% of UK companies have now stopped trading altogether with the EU because of red tape and costs, and we feel that at the very least any sensible government should be looking at joining the customs union or the single market, which would go a long way to alleviate a lot of the issues that the UK is facing.
So what do we want to do within the next 10 years?
Certainly have a closer relationship with the EU, because anybody who knows anything about trade knows that your best trade is done with your nearest neighbours, and particularly with climate change. Shipping stuff to the other side of the world or back again is a nonsense. So let's get closer to the EU. They still want us there.
Do you think it's possible to rejoin?
I am very optimistic for several reasons. First of all, Europe needs us as well, not just for security, but it's very bad for Europe as well. And I think it would be very good PR if we joined again. They don't want to have a negative influence right on their borders. And we heard from Terry Reinke herself, who very kindly started the UK-EU friendship group, that the door is left open.
What about people who voted leave in good faith and maybe now regret it? Are they welcome?
Of course they are. Of course they are, because the values, it's all to do with values. It's not to do with the past. How can we be friends with the Germans and the Italians? I mean, my parents, my mother was Italian, my father was English. They met and married right at the end of the war. So there is no reason why, if we share the same values, we cannot march.
Do you see this as something that's important for the UK and for the countries of the EU?
It's important for all of us, yes. We have to work together.
What would you say is the view of people in Europe, in EU countries, about UK possible rejoining?
We have lost a friend, and we want that UK come back in this European family.
Ah, what a great message. So, Katie, what is your role in Vienna?
I'm the president of the NGO Vienna with Europe, and we support all the countries they want to join the EU or rejoin the EU.
That's fantastic. What do you do?
We organize rallies across Europe to support the EU enlargement, because
Is it true that the EU wouldn't have the UK back?
I think that that's absolutely not true, and I really don't know where this impression is coming from, because when I travel across the European Union, I think there is still a lot of positive feeling towards the citizens in the UK, not necessarily always towards the UK government, because the negotiations have been really difficult in the past month, and actually now already years. But I think there would be a lot of readiness from the EU side, both from the Commission, the governments in the rest of the EU member states, but also really from the citizens, to have the UK rejoin the European Union.
Yes, I've been very keen to be involved in the National Rejoin March. I think it's really important that pro-Europeans get involved and show their strength of feeling on the matter of Europe. We don't want to let the issue fade away. We need to bring it back. We need to bring the issue of rejoin onto the agenda. We need the word to become in common usage, that people start to see it as a solution to Britain's problems in the future.
And what would you say to people who are undecided?
Well, come along. I mean, listen to the arguments, listen to the really great speeches that we will have, and talk to your fellow marchers and see what you think. And if you don't like it, that's fine, go off and do some shopping. But if you do, then please join our movement, and we will build from here, and we'll all make a difference in this country.
6 years start to drag, but Rejoin March is beaming. We were part of it then, and we can be again. 'Cause guess what? It's coming home, we're coming home, it's coming, UK's coming home, we're not alone, we will remain, we're coming, UK's coming home, for sweet EU time, good times never seem now. Thank you for listening.